It's like 8 AM. I got up at like 6 because the dog was barking, and I wish I had slept longer. But I'm just gonna start getting ready because I can't be bothered like doing anything else. Like I feel weird just sitting around. Because I'm not gonna wash off this version of my tan, I'm going to just use a wipe and some moisturiser and just wipe off the tan that is kind of still left over on my face. Just so that way my foundation doesn't go patchy. Usually I just wouldn't spray my face the day of the show, but that's cool. We will just wipe and it will just get rid of, like, you know, the excess tan that I don't really need to have on my face when I'm doing my makeup. And I prefer to do this with moisturiser, not with like makeup remover or micellar water or something like that, just because I feel like, I don't know, it just looks more hydrating, I guess. Like, gross. Next, I'm just going to pop some concealer on my eyelids and around my eyebrows, kind of like the concealer mask. And then I'm going to do my brows and eye makeup first, because I like to do those before my base so that I can wipe away all the fallout. Eyebrow gel, we're going for a little bit more glam makeup today, so I'm going to fill in my brows with the gel because it is a little bit more pigmented and waterproof, and it's going to stay on all day. And yeah, we're going glam, so we've got to have big eyebrows. Now I'm just going to brush them through with the little spoolie just to make sure they're not too harsh, especially at the front. I hate square, really dark eyebrows just here, so just soften them a little bit. And then I'm going to go around with a bit of concealer to really just crispen them up, just on the underside here. And that helps as well if you haven't had your brows done. And now I'm going to set my eyelids and start my eye makeup. We're doing the Tati Beauty Palette. We're going to go in with Soothe, this matte one, and then deepen it up with Ritual, this darker one. I'm going for like a golden kind of cut crease sort of vibe, I feel. And then like a red lip. So I want to keep the eyes a bit more neutral. So I'm going to start with Zet in the crease and blend it, blend it, blend it. Now we're going to go with the dark one, mainly on the outer corner and just through the crease just here to define it even more. I think the one thing that people forget about doing shows and like being all competition glam and stuff like that is the reality is you freaking stink. Like, I can smell my underarms because I haven't worn deodorant in like 3 or 4 days now, and it ain't cute. Like, even with showering yesterday, I stink again. And the tan smells, and like, yeah, it's just, you just stink. So eyeshadow is good for now. I'm gonna now cut my crease with some concealer and put some glittery stuff on top. Now we're doing this shimmery color right here. And now I'm just going to shove a little bit of glitter on top. So using this with my finger, I'm just going to press some glitter over the lid. Because obviously need glitter. Now some eyeliner, and I'm going to glue on my lashes. But I'm going to make this eyeliner big. Ooh, yeah. I don't know what these lashes are because they are literally just from AliExpress, but they're super big and super fluffy and wispy, and I just cut them heaps so you can see all my little remnants of my lashes. I cut like 2 little chunks off the ends so that way they sit more towards the outside of my eye and kind of like lift up the outside. So I'm gonna glue these on. Lashes are on. Now time for some under eye concealer, and then I will finish up the eyeshadow under my eyes. I'm just popping a little bit more of that warm colour under my eye and smoking it out. Alright, it's time for the base. I just put some mascara on my lower lashes and I just colour matched myself to a foundation that is so dark. Like, I almost feel uncomfortable using it because it's so dark. So I might mix it just to make it slightly lighter. Yes, my face will probably be a little bit lighter, but that's just my preference because I don't really want to have a completely different race looking face, if that makes sense, because the tan is so dark. I keep on forgetting because the Pro Tan is super orange. This tan that I'm wearing, which is the Black Magic, it is almost like a red base, so I need to use a red base foundation, and I've just color matched myself to this, and I think that looks like a pretty close match, but when you apply it like thick, it's so dark. So let's see how I go. I might mix it with something just to make it a tiny bit lighter. Oh my god, look at this color. I'm so dark. So I'm just doing little things like my hairline, because obviously I have very blonde hair, and I do have a bit of a streak of tan in my hair already, so it is what it is. But I'm just taking a small brush to go into some of these little baby hairs and just kind of like feather out that color a little bit, so it doesn't have too much of like a really harsh line on the edges of my face. And little things like your ears, and like I took it down my neck a little bit just to make sure it all kind of blends in. But I think that color, like that tone, is really suited to this tan, so I'm happy about that. Now I'm going to go in and add a little bit more highlight onto the fronts of my cheeks, down my nose, that sort of thing, I think, just so, you know, we get some brightness and highlights back in here on the front of the cheekbone, down the nose, all the high spots, because we got to put like the dimension back into the face. So bringing all the light back in. It's getting there. Next, I've just got this big ass powder puff, and I'm going to powder everything so that way I'm not sweaty and shiny on stage, hopefully. Nice and matte. This will also help the blush and the contour and stuff like that blend better. So you see the difference between here where it's textured versus here it's super smooth. We're coming in with some dark contour color and sculpting out those cheekbones and around the forehead and all the normal places you would normally contour. And now we need some blush. This is the Milani Luminoso, super pretty. Just like a peachy kind of colour. We need something brighter. Too Faced Love Hangover instead. Let's try that, because I don't like the shine that Luminoso had. Obviously it's luminous, I'm such an idiot. I just want a little bit more colour without the shine. That'll do. Let's do some highlight. Yes. And like my nose, because I love a cute little dip in the nose. A little bit more to the inner corners of the eyes as well, so they open up and like pop. And now I'm going to finish this with the red lipstick. So I'm going to use Pony Effect in Flawless. This is such a good colour. Oh yeah. I'm going to protect this tan so that I can spray some setting spray on my face. A book is necessary. Alright, I think that is going to be the final product for my makeup. Hopefully when we put the third coat of tan on, oh my god, this colour will still be appropriate, it'll still match, but I think the undertone is right this time, which is an improvement from ICN like 2 years ago. So this is the final look.